Stand Up Diaries with Michelle Christine.
Hello and welcome to Stand Up Diaries. Entry 160. This one's called It's Not All Sunshine and Roses. I made the entry kind of like colorful and warm for the good times, and then the 160 is kind of the darker, kind of like sad colors, because it's tough. I mean, these diaries aren't gonna be very accurate if every time I do one I'm just in a fantastic mood being like, life is great, everything's perfect, because the reality is moving away from all your friends and family, your entire kind of foundation, to come somewhere new it's hard. It's definitely a struggle. You don't have, those close friends that you have, kind of just close by that you can call and they can come over and like go out for a coffee or anything like that. So you are basically starting from scratch, and that is tough. So I called my dad today, and he's a good person for me to talk to, and just said, I'm just feeling a little bit lonely. And he said to me, well, if you're ever feeling lonely, just give me a call. Don't hesitate, even if it's multiple times a day, which I think is really sweet. My dad is definitely the person I can go to and talk to about just about anything, which is really nice. I would recommend finding a dad like that, but that's not exactly how life works, right? So I guess I just got lucky, so that's lovely. And he did make me feel better. Like right now, my issue is I'm looking for a place for September 1st. And I'm in this weird limbo where I have this apartment here until September 1st, and it was a sublet. So I had it from July the 16th. And it was in a nice area. It's kind of close to like Los Feliz, so it's really, really nice. It's close to the subway line, and it's safe, and it's close to a grocery store. The walk score is really good. So I'm kind of hoping to find a place in the area, but I'm a little bit too proactive. So I'll be, I've been looking for September 1st for a while now. And most of the places on Craigslist are just for, August 1st. Even today, a lot are for August 1st. But I guess a lot of people here are maybe actors and in kind of the film industry, where maybe at a drop of a hat, hey, we got to go film on location for 6 months, put up your apartment. So I think I maybe jumped the gun a little bit. But at the same time, I still have been putting up the feelers, and I just saw a couple places today. One was 100% out of my price range, and I, of course, loved it. And then I went to see the second place that was much more within my price range, but farther away, and having a roommate and stuff. But I ended up kind of turning both of them down because I don't want to be super duper broke every day, because that financial stress will definitely make me not enjoy having a nice place anyway. But I don't know, it was just like a 5-minute walk, and I had to go see it. Man, it had such a beautiful bathroom, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, it was out of my price range. And it'll be the last out of my price range place I visit, that's for sure. And then the second one, I don't know, it didn't feel right to me. Especially if you do have a roommate. I've never lived, other than in first year university, I've never lived with a complete stranger before. So I lived with a girl named Prima Shaw, and she was actually fantastic. I was really lucky. I lived in Rev East A in the University of Waterloo, and it just typical dorm style, bed, dresser, and we actually did it. She was much tidier than I was, but she was never like complain. As long as things stayed on my side, it was good. And like every weekend she kind of went to Mississauga to visit her family and stuff, so I had the place to myself quite often too, and she studied a lot like off campus, so I was probably not the ideal roommate for her. Like maybe if you were reviewing her, she's probably like, yeah, she got the place to herself all the time and she was the messy one, but you know what, she was great and never voiced her concerns, so that's lovely. But no, Rima, if you're out there, you were a fabulous stranger roommate, and I don't know if I could find one again as accommodating as you. So it is a bit stressful doing that. So until I have that next place lined up, I'm going to feel a little bit in limbo. And my whole start date's still kind of up in the air. I did get my social security card in the mail, and then I immediately sent that off to my work. So I passed the drug screen, not on any drugs. I passed the criminal background check that they needed my social security card for. But the third thing that I need to pass is I had to take a picture of my social security card and my driver's license and send that, and a headshot, and send that away for them to make my ID badge. But it did say, you know, 2 pieces of ID. One could be social security cards, one could be driver's license. But because I just have the learner's permit, it doesn't have my actual picture on it. It's just paper. So I was like, is this actually going to work, or am I going to have to get my driver's license in the flesh? My test is on Monday, so it's on the 3rd at 10 o'clock in the morning. But they said it might take 2 weeks for the actual card to come in. So they said, the work said that they think the learner's permit and the social security card and my headshot should be all that is required, but I haven't heard back from that yet. So, and the girl I'm working with is super on the ball, and I know as soon as she knows that whether it's yay or nay on me actually having to wait for this driver's license actual card to come in the mail. So fingers crossed I pass, and then fingers crossed it comes in quickly if it is necessary, because I really, man, I do not want to have to start in September. That seems so far away. And thank you to everyone that did the GoFundMe, because it has been very much appreciated. Now that I have some time off, you know, I definitely was like, okay, let's just stay in Los Angeles for the next little while and make sure I kind of figure out what's happening with my job situation. Because I don't really know now what it's going to be or how long it's going to take, but like I'm just really hoping on Monday I have a clear picture of if indeed I can get my ID badge made, or if they're going to have to wait for my driver's license. But anyways, I've beat that to death. I'm moving on. But yeah, so it's not all sunshine and roses. It is a struggle knowing that you don't have like a lot of deep bonds with people yet, and that's what the first year is always the hardest year, because you get homesick, and I'm sure there's moments where people think, you know, what have I done? But I know I knew it was going to be hard. I didn't think I was going to come here and it was going to be easy. I knew that I was going to be lonely, and I knew I was going to have to struggle. And, you know, Dean's applying to jobs in Los Angeles, and I hope he gets one soon, but that's also something that's in limbo. It's like, is he going to get a job? If it takes him a while to get a job, will he come anyways and look while he's here? Or, you know, will he change his mind while he's in Toronto and think this is, you know, too big of a move for me? You know, when you unfortunately have a lot of time to yourself, your mind can wander. So when the dust all settles, you just have to kind of try as best you can to find a zen headspace and be like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Worrying about the future, sometimes that's just frivolous. Things are going to happen as they happen, and you just got to roll with it. I didn't move here because I was you know, a weak person. I moved here because I want to be an independent, strong, brave lady who takes on new challenges and really kind of goes at what she wants. And I just want people to know, though, that it's not all confidence, that you do have moments where you feel, you know, sad and lonely, and that's part of life too. But something my mom said really kind of stuck with me, and I think about when I'm feeling, you know, not perfect, is that no feeling that you have, you feel forever. Like if you're feeling anxious, it will pass. If you're feeling sad, it'll pass. If you feel happy, it's not gonna, you know, last forever either. So if I kind of go through like little like dips and things like that, I remember that. I'm like, okay, you know, feeling a little bit lonely, but staying in my apartment by myself isn't going to get anything done. So I get up and I go to some open mics, and I come back happy that I did that. Or I'll go to a movie. I'll go to movies by myself if I have to. With people is good too, but I think going out to eat sometimes, or even just going to the grocery store and making yourself something. Whatever you do when you get into a headspace that isn't perfectly productive, I do my best to change it. And because, yeah, any time you just stay in that negative headspace and don't do anything, it just lasts longer. So I'm really trying to like dig deep into psychology and some advice from people who've kind of lived longer lives than I have, and it kind of gives me, you know, a bit of focus. Like, you know why you're here, stay positive, and, you know, just keep taking each day as a new challenge. And I think if I do that every day that goes by after about a year, I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm so glad that I decided to make this move. So there you have it. This has been your next edition of Stand Up Diaries. Wish me luck in the apartment search. Maybe the next time I do one of these, I will have a place for September 1st. Fingers crossed. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful day.